ever feel like your manifestation is taking forever, this live is for you. We are going to talk about that because I know that we can have some frustrated times, especially when you're wanting something and you're kind of in a position if you're needing it for it to happen and it's not happening and it's so like we are going to discuss that today. Why letting go is a secret. Now, I will say letting go truly is a secret. It's just hard to do because we as humans, we love to control everything that that we want. We like to control how everything work out. And that's not how the universe works. You have to trust and believe and have faith and know that it's going to happen for you. Basically, I have three like life experiences that I'm going to just mention here. Which in the first one is which I told you the story, and if you don't know, when I was trying to get pregnant, and I was doing all these pregnancy tests, and it's so frustrating. It's nothing happening, and then that was in 2011, and then 2012 I was just like in like give up mode. I had that conversation of this is what I want. And when I was finished with really just putting in every single thing, all my eggs in this basket of telling universe all that I want, I just pour it all out. That is what I want. And when I was finished, I also asked, let me not like go back on this ever again. I'm not coming back to you about it. I'm not going even going to think about it. I'm just going to leave it. Because that's what letting go is, just leaving it. When I left it, you know what happened next? I got pregnant. The same thing happened when I was trying to manifest my boyfriend, which is now my husband. And I remember the 26th of December 2022. I was sitting in my apartment lonely, and I had just finished watching a Hallmark movie, and I was like literally crying because I'm seeing these women, they have all these hot guys, and I just wanted my own Hallmark guy, right? And I was crying that, and and then I was crying of the sadness, that loneliness. And then I just started to manifest, basically say like, this is what I want. I want someone that's going to love me. And I list out every single thing that I needed. I once again put all my eggs in that basket of telling the universe all that I wanted. And then I left it. I said, I'm not going to come back to this. And in January, on the 8th day of January, actually, yes, I do remember dates. Once it's a specific date, I did say that I'm going to start by dating today. And I made it in my mind that I was going to start by dating. But in between that time of crying for my partner, crying because I wanted, I felt lonely and stuff. Between that time and January the 8th, I literally did a detox in my apartment. I did a general clean out. I basically just, made space for my partner who was going to come and who's going to live with me in 2023. And we're going to be together by March of 2023. And, I had all these things. And when I decided that I'm going to start back dating, that same day, when I left to go do my laundry, I met my current husband. That we not I met him. I saw seen him before, but that's the day that we exchanged numbers, and the rest is history. And the same thing happened for my apartment. When I was trying to manifest my apartment, and my and I was, getting it every day and visualizing my apartment, getting it every day, visualizing my apartment. And at first I was going to like and take it to another level. Like, I don't want just a one bedroom, I want a two bedroom. I said, no, I'm going to make it simple. I really just want my own space because I was completely uncomfortable where I was. And then I just left that. I did my one last bit of it one morning, and I just left it. Mind you, when I was doing that visualization for the apartment, I didn't have a job. I was not working. And shortly after that, I got a job and I got my apartment. So there is power in letting go. Letting go helps you to not worry. The only thing that I would advise is that before you decide to actually let go, you put all your eggs, every single thing that you want come out the end in your end result, put it in there. So you really have to sit down and get completely clear in what it is that you want before you start filling that basket. And the day that you fill that basket with all that you want, just leave it. It happens and it works. And that's why I decided to tell you 3 stories. A lot of people think manifesting means obsessing over what you want. But in reality, when you let go, you allow the universe to actually deliver. It's like shopping, which I do have here. It's like an example of online shopping. When you go online and you shop and you put good, when you put all of your stuff, that you purchase in your basket, you click purchase, that money takes off your credit card, your debit card, whatever card you use to pay for it. You don't sit down there and keep refreshing the page. You don't keep refreshing the page and and expect that it's going to just appear at your doorstep. You trust that it's coming. You believe that it's going to come to you and you know it's going to get there. And that's how manifesting works. So it is like online shopping. If I'm looking down, I'm trying to do both. Oh my god. Anyhow, how to let go without feeling like you're giving up. So remember I told you I was going to give you those 3 steps. So basically, the first step is shifting your desperation to trust, which is raising your vibration and act like it's already yours. So basically, when I say that, you're not going to worry about it. You already told the universe what you're going to have, like that shopping cart. You already made your order on Amazon. You know that those gorgeous shoes, you finally got to purchase them. You know that they'll be at your doorstep probably tomorrow or today. It depends on the shipping that you did, right? So if we can trust Amazon, why can't we trust the universe, God, spirit, source to bring us what we ask for? Why do we put a limit on such a mighty power that is the reason why we're here? Like really and think about that. Really think about that. The reason for our life source is really and truly the one being or the one thing that we don't have 100% trust in. But we'll trust Amazon, we'll trust eBay. Well, I don't shop on eBay, but we'll trust Apple. We will trust all these different platforms and people, but we wouldn't trust the all powerful universe. Hmm. I never thought of it like that either. See why when I get talking. All right. And the next step is focus on yourself instead of waiting. In your waiting process, you are going to focus on you. So if it like for example, like the apartment, I focused on making space, cleaning up my apartment and making space for that person. And in that time, you know what I also used to do too, even between the December to January, I would lay down in my bed. Let's say I'm feeling lazy and I don't feel like getting up to turn the light off. And obviously, it's only me in the apartment. I got to get up and turn the light off. I'll say, babe, turn off that light. And even if I was on the phone talking to a friend, many a times the person on the other end would say, someone is in the apartment with you. I'll be like, no, it's only me. My neighbors probably think that I'm crazy. But I pretended like if someone was there with me. And that's what it means to basically when you ask for something, you pretend like it's already happened. If you know that it's already happened, it's already done, like therefore you're not putting that worry on it, then you know that it's gonna come to you. Also in that time too, you have to make sure that you're happy, that you are doing things in life to lift your spirits and that you are enjoying your life with whatever lot or little that you have. because it's only when we appreciate, it's only when your children appreciate things that you want to give your children more. So the same thing goes for you. If you don't appreciate what the universe has put given you so far, then don't expect to get anything else. Appreciate what you have now so that you can attract the things that you want to come to you even faster without worrying. And the final thing is recognize signs from the universe. Sometimes delays means something better is coming. So you might feel like it's taking forever, like, oh my God, like, why do I have to be waiting so long? Listen, I had that question just the other day. So when you have your delays, like right now, I'm going through a delay. I'm literally on pause. And there was a conversation online the other day, and people that are on the same pause as me, they were, because you always find groups that are in the position that you're in, are wanting something that you want. And someone said, when if they think, if it's going to be a positive outcome or negative, and all these people had all these negative things, and I recognize in that moment the reason why I've got to wait is because my end result is going to be so darn good and so easy. And that's why I have to wait. But while I'm waiting, it's what I'm going to do with the time that I have. I'm going to give you a letting go challenge, and you're going to pick something small to manifest. It could be a coffee, it could be a flower, it could be a rose, it could be just something small, a compliment from some person, a hug, you know a winning of a game, something small. And you're going to visualize it once. You could visualize you receiving it from the person that you just bought it from. You can visualize you're drinking it or you're tasting it, and you're telling yourself, oh my God, this is so good, I did manifest this drink today. Right? So, and I want to hear from you after you've done your visualization with that cup of tea, drink, coffee, smell, whatever it is that you are wanting to have within the next week. Even if it doesn't happen within the next week, it will happen. And when it does happen, I want you to come back on my channel. I don't care if it's a live video, if it's a video I recorded, and let me know that you did that challenge, and let me know that it worked, because I know you're going to come back, because you're going to use this asking for what you want, which is the cup of tea, for example, and then you're going to leave it and not stress about it and watch as that come to you. If you try it with something small, you can be able to do it with things that are bigger. The less you stress, the faster it comes. You got this. Believe and let go. If you are here, I want to see you give me a high five, some sort of emoji in the comments, and let me know, if you have any questions in what I was saying. If you're going to be part of the letting go challenge, let me know that too. What we have to also do too, I find, is don't put a time a time limit. Sometimes can put too much pressure on you. And sometimes time limits don't work out for me. So I might say I want something on this particular day, but if I don't get it on this particular day, give me the strength to be able to wait for the next time that it actually does come. All right, so that's it. Thank you guys for coming on the live, and bye.